Om Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We are reading from chapter 6, the Yoga of Meditation, and we have reached verse 13. Let us read it together. Let him firmly hold his body, head and neck erect and still, gazing at the tip of his nose without looking around. So, how to sit? First, we heard in verse 11 how to arrange the meditation room, how to put the meditation seat, what kind of seat it should be. And now we are getting instructions on what to do with our body. Firmly hold this body. This means without moving. Head and neck erect. So the body is not moving and it is erect. And still, again, gazing at the tip of the nose. We need to unpack this without looking around. So let's start from the beginning. Firmly hold this body, head and neck erect. Firmly, but not forcefully. So when you hear guided meditation, you hear holding the body erect, but not tense. And to really understand what's going on here and to really be able to practice it, of course, Hatha Yoga is a great help. We learn there about the energetics of the body, about how the prana is moving. And again, what we really want to do is to still the mind. So prana is, of course, a very crucial element of this, but through the working with the prana, we also relax the body. So we keep the body erect in order for the prana to be able to flow comfortably in the spine channels without interruptions. And when we have a strained muscle, when we have a cramped muscle, this creates an energetic blockage. So the prana will not flow properly. So this is why we should not be tensing. Strained muscles obstruct the flow of prana. So we should not be tensing or hyper-stressing the body. We should find an erect posture in which the prana can move up the spine without interruption, but it should not be strained. So it is said in the Raja Yoga Sutras that the posture should be steady and comfortable. And this is not for us to have fun, although of course the practice should be pleasant. It is for the prana, for the flow of the prana, not to be obstructed. This is the point. So we hold the body, head, neck erect and still. So we do not move the body because there is no possibility for the mind to be still when the body is moving. Swami Shivananda tells us you cannot practice meditation without a firm seat. If the body is unsteady, the mind will also become unsteady. There is an intimate connection between the body and the mind. So we need to keep the body still. And again, if you want to learn more about it, please study Hatha Yoga scriptures and practice Hatha Yoga under the guidance of an able teacher. Because also to keep the body still, we need the energy to flow properly within it. We need the body to be strong enough to be able to hold itself. We need the back to be strong enough. We need the digestion system to be healthy enough not to give us any trouble. And all those things we need to work on. Many people cannot just take them for granted. They need to work on them, and Hatha Yoga can help us. So keeping the body still and then gazing at the tip of his nose without looking around. So in other places, for instance, chapter 5, we hear about bringing the attention between the eyebrows. Here we hear about gazing at the tip of the nose. The idea is the same. The idea is that we need to give the mind a certain place to rest on. And we said that a very beautiful way to visualize it is like a bird that is resting steady on a branch of a tree. So the bird is just sitting there and it gives it proper support and peace of mind that it doesn't need to move. So we need to put the mind to rest somewhere. But as we mentioned in chapter 5, this should be done in a very relaxed manner. The idea is not to narrow all our perception to a needle tip size point. The idea is just to give the mind a particular location, physical location, on which it can rest. But from this location, the mind expands. And if there were any questions about this, Swami Shivananda explains very, very clearly. Though the gaze is directed towards the tip of the nose, when the eyes are half closed and the eyeballs are steady, the mind should be fixed only on the self. Therefore, you will have to gaze, as it were, at the tip of the nose. What Swami Shivananda is telling us here is giving the technique of how to do this particular gazing on the tip of the nose, but he's telling us, do not mistake this instruction with the purpose of the meditation. This is the physical location for the mind to rest on, but as the mind is resting there, what is it busy with? It's busy with God. It's not contemplating the tip of the nose. It's contemplating God and God only. And this is very, very important, because sometimes we get very busy with the body and we take the instruction to literally mean that we are focused at the tip of the nose. This is not the case. This is a physical location, the mind is elsewhere, and if we take again the visualization of the bird that is resting on the branch of a tree. So yes, the physical body of the bird is resting on the branch of the tree, but the bird is not constantly engaged in contemplating the branch. Once its body is rested, the mind is clear to think of other things, or just to rest, right? So in the same way here, we give the mind a physical place to rest, and as it's no longer worried about where to be, we take it to God. And we will see how important this is when we look at the next verse. So please join us for the next teaching. Om Shanti.